Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. We are delighted to have so many people joining us today, and I believe that there are probably nearly 500 people who are watching this virtual groundbreaking event. And we are so proud to share this moment with all of you, our friends, our partners, our colleagues, our community. That's right. Come on, we can put our hands together. This is an exciting time that we are here, and we're so thankful to be able to be here. We want to thank you for taking time out of your day to celebrate the beginning of this absolutely amazing transformation taking place here in our South Ward, a tangible, visible investment in our community. Before we begin, let us take a moment to reflect on the hard work, dedication, and sacrifices that have been made to get us to this point. This has been a challenging year, but you know what? We have moved forward and it's gotten to this point, and after many challenges, we absolutely move forward, and now we stand in the midst of this momentous occasion. And therefore, I'd like to thank all of you for taking the time out of your schedule to help us celebrate and usher in this new era. Now, without further ado, it is truly my pleasure to be able to present none other than our President and CEO, Mr. Darrell K. Terry, Sr.
Thank you, Marilyn. Good afternoon. I am Darrell Terry, President and CEO of Newark Beth Israel Medical Center and Children's Hospital of New Jersey. I'm truly honored to lead the Beth at this time. I was born at the Beth, as were Mark, Barry, and the mayor. I also met my wife at the Beth. My two youngest kids were born at the Beth, and my granddaughter was recently born at the Beth. I grew up less than a mile from here. I attended Burgoa Avenue School until Route 78 was built. And I remember as a child walking down Lyons Avenue on my way to Weequahic Park and looking at this big building and looked at it sort of like a fortress. Did not know all the great things that were occurring on the inside. At the time, the Beth was home to iconic physicians like Dr. Victor Parsonet, Dr. Don Breathe, and Freddie Cohen. Later, the likes of Trevor Atherley, Adam Copeland, Omar Bey, Alice Cohen, Mark Cohen, Asa Cruz, and my good friend Dean Rice would carry the torch, continuing to provide excellent care to our community. It was during this time, the Dean Rice era, we like to call it, that the Beth, under the leadership of Lester Borenstein and Alma Beatty, started to interact with the community, starting programs like the Black History Month and Alma Beatty Health Fair. It's been more than 20 years since we started those programs, and they continue to this day and are stronger than ever. That is why today's groundbreaking is so significant. Today we'll begin to match the external appearance with our great internal accomplishments. It is important to recognize those who paved the way for us to be here today. People like Alma Beatty, Lester Borenstein, Lester Lieberman, City Council President Don Bradley, and Mayor Sharp James, and current City Council President Mildred Crump. I would also like to applaud today's leaders whose visionary leadership and commitment to the Beth and this community has made this project a reality. I am excited for what this means for our community, our employees, and our physicians. We are hopeful that this $100 million investment will be the spark that encourages even more investment in the South Ward. We are also going to invest wisely, making sure that this project positively impacts not only the hospital, but also the local and minority-owned businesses. This will be an inclusive project in the Great South Ward. Each of the leaders beside me have all contributed in making this transformation come true. They all believe that the Beth and its community were investment worthy. I cannot thank the mayor of this great city enough for his courageous and effective leadership. He is truly a visionary. This phase one construction is not the end, but the beginning of imagining the new Newark Beth Israel Medical Center. This is certainly a milestone for the Beth and for our entire community. I'd like to invite my colleagues to make a few brief remarks about the significance of this moment, starting with Barry Ostrowski, followed by Mark Burson, Frank Giatomasi, and then Mayor Baraka. After their remarks, we will officially break ground and then hear from some of our friends who couldn't be with us today.
Good afternoon, everyone. What an exciting and glamorous day. As you heard, I was born at the Beth. In fact, my safety post was at Lehigh Avenue and Osborne Terrace, and not one school child got hurt while I was there in my safety post. And I would walk through the Beth to Maple Avenue School. So this is my neighborhood. This is our neighborhood. I think what's so terrific about this is an institution that is not only internationally renowned, but is in fact and has always been committed to ensure the best health for the community surrounding it. This new edifice that we're building, which is phase one of a complete redevelopment plan for both the institution and the neighborhood, is exciting for everyone. I want to pay special homage to those who work at this institution. Many of us here come, at least I do occasionally, but we have thousands of people who have dedicated their lives day in and day out, pandemic or not, to care for all those who come here. And you already heard the testimony of those who have been treated at this institution by this great staff. And finally, we are building that which this staff truly deserves, the kind of institution that will continue the legacy that Newark Beth and the Children's Hospital began generations ago. Darrell, I want to congratulate you for your incredible leadership of this institution, and to my board chair, Mark Burson, and this institution's board chair, Frank Giatomasi, thank you for your support, and we appreciate that which is happening today. Good luck, everybody. Thank you. Let me wipe this off for you, boss.
Good afternoon, everyone. What an exciting time. This has especially deep meaning for me, not only remembering, not when I was born here, but remembering as a young person being at this facility, passing it on a daily basis, but thinking about the period that I've served on the board of this hospital and the dreams of a building like this, of changes like this, the proper recognition for all of those who work here. It is a team. Everything has been a team effort. It's one of the uniquenesses of the facility. And one of the things, it's not just about the glass, the bringing the outside in and the inside out, but it's also recognizing the scale and size. This is a campus. It's not a single building, and it's only a beginning. And so with that, I congratulate all of the team for the great job recently done and always done here, and thank all of you for attending and for helping us celebrate and recognizing the accomplishments of this institution. Welcome to the new beginning.
Very briefly, Frank Giatomasi. I serve as the assistant to Mark Burson, who is the chair emeritus of Beth Israel. What we're doing here today was really driven by his vision, together with Barry and with Darrell, to do what is the right thing for the citizens of Newark and the community that comes here for their health care and what health care they receive. When I was first asked to participate in the board by Barry and by Mark, I was honored and I was humbled. And I thought it was a philanthropic venture that I would enjoy. I never knew what awe I would come to feel in participating with the openness of the doctors and the nurses and the staff that's here, and to witness their care and devotion to the people that need our services. So it's with great pride and, again, with great humbleness that I stand here with these giants of healthcare administration and giants of medical professions, and of course, the government officials that are here, because in New Jersey, anything you want to do in business has to intersect with government. And if you don't intersect properly, it's like an uncontrolled intersection. There's a crash. But when you have a cooperative government that works with you, that intersection can be traversed safely and successfully. And that's why I now take the moment to introduce to you a friend of all the citizens of Newark. I too am born, but not in the Beth. I'm born and raised in Newark, so it makes me proud that this is a hospital addition that's being built by Newarkers, real Newarkers, people that kept on keeping on during the good times and the bad. And I bring you now our great mayor, my friend, and a true son of Newark, Raj Baraka. Fauci compliant.
Yeah, I like you guys. So first, I just want to thank the staff here at Newark Beth Israel, the doctors, the nurses, attendants, everybody that work every day, particularly during this pandemic. I think it is appropriate to say thank you for the work that you're doing day in and day out to make sure that Newarkers and the people around here stay safe. We deeply appreciate it at City Hall and around the corner. Want to thank obviously the folks that are here, Darrell Terry for his work here at this hospital, Barry Ostrowski, who I think is a great leader of not only of the medical community here, but also a great leader in helping us envision the things that should happen here in the city of Newark. Obviously, Frank and Mark and the councilman over there who, tirelessly fights to make sure the South Ward is what it needs to be. This is my neighborhood, actually. I live here like now. This is a couple of miles from my home. I come up and down Bergen, Lyons regularly. I come in and out of this hospital regularly. My family uses this hospital regularly. This is my community, my neighborhood, and so I have selfish reasons for wanting to see Beth Israel do well because it is the hospital, the medical center of this neighborhood. I want it to do well. I wanted to do well for the South Ward, and I wanted to do well for the entire city of Newark and its region. But most importantly, what people have to understand that this project, or Beth Israel, is an anchor in our community. They just don't provide medical care, they provide jobs. They deal with the social determinants of health in this community, whether it's food and housing and other kind of issues that they're working on. We look at Beth Israel as a partner, the Children's Hospital of New Jersey, R.W.J. Barnabas, as a partner here in Newark to help us re-envision Lyons Avenue, to help us with Bergen Street. And we think that all of those things together will make the hospital better, will make our community better. I can't wait to drive down here and see the glass here. It's going to be amazing. And as was said earlier, it's going to inspire other people to come and cast their buckets down here in the city of Newark and help us to grow and expand and make Newark into the place I know it can be. And the South Ward bring back the glory that it once had in this neighborhood and this community specifically. So I'm excited, and all I can say is thank you. I can't wait to see the construction going on. I can't wait to be back here for the ribbon cutting. I like the groundbreakings, but the ribbon cuttings are better. So I can't wait to be back here for that. So God bless you. You always have a partner in me here in the city of Newark. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you.